Good afternoon, everyone. This is my 5 ingredient recipe to finding your life. First one is to check your passion. If you were to strip away all of the noise, all of the expectations, all of the pressure, and you had all the money in the world, what would you be doing? Do you just want to live for a paycheck? Do you want to make a difference? Do you want to create an impact? Be honest with yourself, because it's not really about being able to find your passion. It's about being honest. What would you like doing when all of the pressures off you? For me personally, I would still be competing and training and doing all of these things. But when people ask me this question, it it's very difficult for me to answer, because I started training when I was 9 years old and I'm still competing to this day. So passion came something that was natural to me. But what would come naturally to you might be different as what would come naturally to me. The second step is to be mindful. That is to be present, not distracted, not halfway, but be present. Understand why you're here and make a difference exactly where your feet are. There's always going to be someone who's better than you, someone who's smarter than you, someone stronger than you. But the point is, there's only one you. So when I tried out for WWE, this is to give you a context, there were 3,000 applications, of which 77 athletes got selected. And we had a number of things that we had to do for physical tests, but there was one thing that we had to do where we had to cut a promo on a mic. And this made me very, very nervous, because I'm an introvert and I find it very difficult to talk on a mic in front of people, contrary to what I'm doing today. Um, so I called my sister the night before I had to cut a promo, and I told her that I'm so nervous and I don't know what to do. And she told me to be yourself, be honest in whatever you're talking. And if they like you for who you are, then you don't have to pretend to be someone else. You are already chosen for who you are. So that's what I did. I was the 63rd participant, and I watched 63 people go ahead of me and give this amazing talk about how so charismatic they are, and they're so full of personality, and they can do all of these things that I cannot. And it made me more and more nervous. But once I went up on stage, I just gave an honest speech about why I do what I do, and they loved it. And immediately after my talk, they came up to me and said, "Would you be interested to move to the United States of America?" And I said yes. So the point is, be the most real, authentic version of you. The world already has so many versions of somebody else. So be you and be mindful, because that's how you become irreplaceable. The next step is to fix what frustrates you. This is a little bit offbeat, but stay with me here. Sometimes your purpose is hidden in annoyance. What do I mean by that? I mean that sometimes you go about your day and something frustrates you, not once, but every time. For example, there's a ketchup packet, and you're so frustrated by the way that a ketchup packet is made, and you find yourself asking this question, why hasn't someone fixed this? Well, maybe it's because you are the one who's meant to. Again, when I started my career in MMA, I was so skinny. I was 42 kilos. For context, you start fighting at the weight category of 48. So I was already much lighter than my other opponents. And every day in training, I would get beat up simply because I was weaker and skinnier. And I tried everything under the sun to get stronger. I tried bodybuilding, I tried mass gainers, I had more protein shakes, I spent more hours in the gym. It only left me more frustrated, because none of them translated into me getting better as an MMA athlete. It only made me tighter and stiffer and made me perform worse than I was doing before. So instead of pushing myself in the wrong direction, I stopped and I went on to study about it. I went to study how can you convert strength training into sport performance. And 5 certifications later, it became my path to which not only did I solve my problem, but I helped lots of people train and get better. The next, so the one thing that annoys you might be the exact thing that you're meant to transform. Okay? Step 4, make it bigger than you. Your purpose is not self serving, it's not just to make you better. It's about if you can make one person stand taller, breathe easier, or feel seen, you're already living up to your purpose. Whether you make a difference in one person's life or a million people's life, it's about making an impact. I had this one client that I trained, and she's a female client, and she told me that strength training is just not for her. And I said, "Have you given it a chance?" And she told me that she's tried the gym before and it just isn't working for her. She ended up injured and she doesn't want to do it. And she's someone who finds doing household chores difficult. Now, why would you pay a membership to be able to do more hard work? So I said, give me one day. If it's something that you can do, I just want you to show up the next day. And she did give me that day and she did train and she seemed like this is something that she could do. And she showed up the next day and then the next week and the next month. And about 3 months later, her health vitals got really good. So she got pregnant and she was happy about being pregnant, but she was upset that this affected her journey in fitness because she thought that she was getting really good and getting strong. But I told her to keep training through her pregnancy and I told her to train after giving birth as well. And she listened to me. And now it's been 8 months after she gave birth to her baby and she looks better than what she did before she started training. And this story gives me goosebumps every time I see her. And that's the point. The point is to make an impact in people's life. Next step, plant the seed and then wait. What do I mean by this? Patience is going to be the hardest thing to do. Results are not going to come overnight, and purpose isn't instant. It's about the reps that people don't clap for, the behind the scenes that you don't get to see, and it's about the hard work that goes in that other people don't realize. So I've done about 32 obstacle course races and other races before I went into WWE, but people only recognize me for my stint in WWE. It They don't see the hard work that it took to get me there. I also had 2 knee surgeries, which took 9 months of my life, 2 times. And if I had given up at any point, I wouldn't be where I am today. In fact, I'm competing this month on the 18th, and I was able to win OCR National Championship, and I was able to represent India at Asian Open Championships after my knee surgeries. So, the day that you plant the seed is not going to be the day that you eat the fruit, but water it anyway. So you won't find your purpose in a book or in a quote or in a podcast. You'll find it in the motion, in the doing, in being real when it's easier to pretend, in being curious when others get comfortable, in choosing to fix what's broken when it's not even your mess, in showing up when it's hard, thankless, and quiet, in having the patience to grow roots before you bloom, and above all, in never backing down from hard work because purpose does not come easy and it only comes to those who earn it. Thank you.